Welcome to Adler Graduate School. This course is AGS 541, Systems of Family Therapy. I'm excited to be a part of your learning experience in this course and share with you not only my adventure, but the information that has led me to this adventure toward my own practice and toward my own learning, which continues on a daily basis. I look forward to learning a lot from you. I have found that this class has come up with many brilliant ideas and thoughts concerning marriage and family therapy, couples therapy, children's therapy, and so on. I just want to remind you of two things before you begin the course. One is that you need to go online and record some personal information about yourself that you feel comfortable with. I suggest that you share any hobbies, any information about family if you'd like, pets, hobbies, things that you're interested in this course and why you're taking it, and any concerns or fears that you might even have about taking family systems. I know that when I first started I had so many questions that it took a lot of time to sink in, but gradually the pieces started fitting together more and more. And this is the first class on this journey of family therapy. That's why it's important to realize that this is a course that will not primarily cover Adlerian therapy, but will cover the many systems that were involved in the beginning and creation of family, couples, and childhood therapy for individuals. I'm going to read something to you from a book that I've used at another college and that I actually learned from, called Family Therapy Concepts and Methods. It's very much like Goldenberg, and it's by Michael Nichols. And it talks about the child guidance movement. It was Freud who introduced the idea that psychological disorders were the consequence of unsolved problems of childhood. Alfred Adler was the first of Freud's followers to pursue the implication that treating the growing child might be the most effective way to prevent adult neuroses. Toward that end, Adler organized child guidance clinics in Vienna, where not only children, but also families and teachers were counseled. Adler offered support and encouragement to help alleviate children's feelings of inferiority so they could work out a healthy lifestyle, achieving confidence and success through social usefulness. Gradually, child guidance workers concluded that the real problem wasn't the obvious one, the child's symptoms, but rather the tensions in the family that were the source of those symptoms. At first, there was a tendency to blame the parents, especially the mother. And fortunately, over time, and with new theorists and new authors, we have since learned that that no longer holds as a primary theory. So I invite you to take in the names, take in the stories, take in the concepts and vocabulary of each system that we're going to talk about. I've created a vocabulary section for each set of chapters that you can use as study cards when you're studying for the National Marriage and Family Exam. It's a great way of keeping those flashcards, if you will, at hand so that when you have time you can review those that you still might be having difficulty with. Also, it's important for you to know the names. I don't think when I started in this field I realized how important it was to know the names of the theorists at the very beginning and how they transferred through the basics of family therapy. So keep those names in mind. I just want to remind you also to go into the course room, and prior to your first posting in this class, please read the syllabus on the class page, the online privacy statement, confidentiality, copyright, and attendance policies, all found at www.adlermoodle.com. And this will be on our first course page at the top. I want to remind you that the primary book for this course is going to be Herbert and Irene Goldenberg, and it's called Family Therapy, an Overview. It's a very good book, talking not only about Adlerian therapy, but the basics and foundations of all therapy that started with family, children's, and parental parts of the family system. A second book had originally been required, but that requirement has been dropped. This is a book by Sherman and Dinkmeyer called Systems of Family Therapy and Adlerian Integration. Many times you can find this book on Amazon if you have an interest in getting it. It still has many wonderful things that are related to the treatment of Adlerian therapy. And it shouldn't cost you a lot. However, if I want you to read something from that book and you have not purchased it, no worries. I would prefer that you don't. I will send out that material on your email, being that's the only space it will fit into in terms of being able to read it. Another book that I just wanted to bring your attention to that I've referred to in Chapter 1 is Theory and Practice of Family Therapy and Counseling by James Bittner, which is James Bitter, which is a very good book also on Theory and Practice of Family Therapy and Counseling. So with this, I welcome you to this journey and look forward to working with each and every one of you in this course. Thank you.